The circulatory system is also known as the cardiovascular system. It provides nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones, and blood cells to and from the cells in the body to provide nutrients. The circulatory system is divided into three major parts: the heart, the blood, and the vessels. Your heart keeps your blood pumping so you can keep it healthy by exercising, not smoking, and by eating healthy. Oxygen-poor blood goes to your heart and from the right atrium and ventricle pump blood through the pulmonary arteries. From there, the lungs create oxygen-rich blood, which is then pumped to the left atrium and ventricle, and is soon pumped to the aorta and then to the rest of the body. Respiratory system works best with the circulatory system. The main organ of the respiratory system, the lungs, help red blood cells, capillaries, be exposed to air which have carbon dioxide and oxygen. The red blood cells exchange the carbon dioxide cells for oxygen ones. With the cells full of oxygen, they are pumped to the heart and sent throughout the body. A deadly disease found in the circulatory system is leukemia, which begins in the stem cells in the bone marrow. A stem cell is like a baby, which is yet to be developed in the body. Each stem cell, after a certain amount of time, matures to help certain organs, like the liver, the brain, and the heart. Stem cells multiply and differentiate between the body's needs in the bone marrow and turn into needed cells, which are like red blood cells that carry oxygen throughout the body, platelets, which help stop bleeding, and white blood cells that protect the body and destroy potentially harmful invaders. Leukemia begins when instead of self-destructing, damaged cells multiply uncontrollably. These are what are known as cancer cells. When cancer cells have taken up space in certain locations and the bone marrow does not produce the required amount of functional cells, the bloodstream diminishes its own purpose. Blood cells don't carry enough oxygen. Reduced amounts of platelets do not help with wounds to be repaired, and low amounts of white blood cells weaken the immune system, increasing the risks of infections. Leukemia must be eliminated. But because leukemia is not a solid tumor, no surgeries can be made to remove them. Instead, the treatment of chemotherapy, which is a combination of drugs, can be given into the bloodstream. But if there is too much of the combination of chemotherapy, healthy cells, like the hair and intestine cells, die off, and even healthy stem cells are killed. With this, the body cannot reproduce more cells, but giving stem cells to those in need by a donor can help the patient affected and help the stem cells rapidly repopulate. Even so, it is not simple to find a donor who matches the recipient or leukemia patient. There exists a database which looks up compatible bone marrow donors to patients. The more donors there are, the more people may be saved with successful transplants. Even if leukemia is a frightening disease, there is strength and hope in numbers.